Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder, lesson number 96. We'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and review a couple of example sentences for each. We'll finish with a story for some extra practice. This is a series, so if you like this video, subscribe for more. Let's get started. First, listen to me read the words. Degenerate, convoluted, dormant, verbose, disavow, zigzag, impeccable, metamorphosis, laceration, flaccid. First, degenerate. This means decline or deteriorate physically, mentally, or morally as a noun, and there are additional meanings and a different pronunciation. This word can be also pronounced degenerate, but here with this meaning of declining or deteriorating physically, mentally, or morally, we are going to use degenerate. So, an example here might be if you go and secure a new job and are excited about it, it sounds amazing, and it starts amazing, then over time you might notice that they're piling more work on you and it's becoming more difficult and less pleasant. The job is degenerating in quality, it's degenerating. Examples are over time, the quality of the once magnificent building began to degenerate. His health continued to degenerate despite the treatments. Convoluted. This means highly complex or intricate and occasionally devious as an adjective. Rolled longitudinally upon itself as an adjective. So, something that's convoluted is kind of difficult to follow or understand. A movie I found convoluted was the movie Inception. It takes extreme focus to understand what's going on, but if you're not extremely focused, then it's very easy to lose track of what's going on and it becomes convoluted. This concept of a dream within a dream and figuring out where people are in terms of realities and plots, very confusing, convoluted. Examples are the plot of the movie was so convoluted that I lost track of the story. The road through the mountains was long and convoluted. Dormant. This means not active or growing, but has the ability to be active at a later time as an adjective. So an example here are spores that are in the melting permafrost of the earth. So these spores hold pathogens, and these pathogens are not currently spreading. They're not currently making people sick, but they could in the future. So definitely worth being concerned about. Examples are the volcano has been dormant for over a century. His ambitions were dormant until the opportunity arose. Verbose. This means containing more words than necessary as an adjective, impaired by wordiness as an adjective, given to wordiness as an adjective. So, by studying advanced vocabulary, you all are definitely at risk for becoming overly verbose. If you use too many extremely advanced words all together and do that in the wrong context, you'll definitely be criticized for being overly verbose. In fact, truly advanced English language speakers will use these words sparingly. They'll use them occasionally and they'll try to strive to be understood. All right. But learning advanced vocabulary is important because sometimes you need these advanced words to capture the meaning of what you're trying to express, which is why we're doing this. So avoid being verbose, avoid being excessively wordy. Examples are the professor's lectures were always so verbose that students often lost interest. Sometimes simple language is better than being overly verbose. Disavow. This means deny any responsibility or support for, as a verb. So you might want to disavow anything that's awful or questionable from your past. I know there have been plenty of instances in United States politics where things will be uncovered from politicians' pasts and they choose to disavow those things. Take, for example, the very common practice of young people making terrible decisions with their Halloween costumes. And that used to be even more so the case, where people will dress up as things that they probably shouldn't have or people they probably shouldn't have. There have been plenty of instances where politicians have been exposed having had a racist or very problematic Halloween costume in their college years, and they've had to disavow that choice. Examples are the politician was quick to disavow any connection to the scandal. She chose to disavow her previous affiliations with the controversial group. Zigzag. This means a line or course having abrupt alternate right and left turns as a noun, having the form of a zigzag as an adjective. And there's an adverb and verb with nearly identical meanings as well. So this idea of a zigzag has to do with very sharp turns like that. When you're being chased by an alligator, which hopefully doesn't happen to you, in America we have alligators in some of the southeast, especially Florida. If you're being chased by an alligator, you're supposed to run in a zigzag pattern to avoid getting captured. So definitely a good idea to not get captured by the alligator by utilizing that zigzag running pattern. Examples are the children loved to zigzag through the playground. The lightning created a zigzag pattern across the sky. Impeccable. This means perfect with no problems or bad parts as an adjective. So I'll hear the phrase impeccable timing all the time. That's definitely the most common context I'll hear this word in. Time I experienced impeccable timing was when it was late and I was hungry and those who I was with were hungry too. And before we knew it, within minutes, somebody was knocking at the door holding a pizza, giving it to us. Unbeknownst to us, someone had ordered food in the group and the timing was impeccable because we were so hungry and we didn't plan ahead. The house was in impeccable condition with every detail perfect. He was known for his impeccable manners and courteous behavior. Metamorphosis. This is a complete change of character, appearance, or condition. It's a noun. And there's additional biology meanings. To explain that a bit more, a caterpillar will go through a metamorphosis to become a butterfly. It's a big biological change. So this idea of metamorphosis is a dramatic change. There's a book called The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, and in it a man becomes a bug, and it's a very bleak book, and it's definitely not an easy read, but it's a good example of that word used in that context. That's a huge change. Examples are his character experienced a significant metamorphosis throughout the novel. The metamorphosis of the landscape in spring is always breathtaking. Laceration. A typically large cut. It's a noun. So a laceration is a cut in the skin, and, humans, mammals, any animal really can get a laceration. So you definitely would want to avoid getting cut, and a big laceration would require stitches to seal the cut. Examples are the doctor treated the deep laceration on his arm. The laceration was painful, but it healed quickly with proper care. Flaccid. This means soft or weak rather than firm. It's an adjective. Weak and not effective as an adjective. So this idea of flaccid actually has a pretty common usage in the United States and probably lots of other places in the world. And that usage is associated with the erectile dysfunction industry. However, that's not the best or most appropriate example to use here for a broad audience. So just think of the word flaccid as lacking firmness and kind of lacking structure. These examples will help. The once vibrant flowers were now flaccid and wilted. The balloon was flaccid after the air was leaked out. Let's review a story for some extra practice. In a post-apocalyptic world, a group of survivors struggled to rebuild their lives. The world had degenerated, leaving them to navigate a convoluted path to safety. Their leader, once verbose and confident, now faced the challenge of disavowing past mistakes to inspire hope. The threats they encountered seemed dormant at first, but soon revealed their true danger. As they journeyed, they had to zigzag through the treacherous landscapes. Each decision they made was crucial, leading to a metamorphosis in their approach to survival. Their leader's once impeccable resolve was tested daily. The group's will sometimes became flaccid under the weight of constant challenges. Physical and emotional lacerations marked their bodies and spirits. Despite the hardships, the leader's determination never wavered. His transformation became a beacon of hope for the group. He showed them that even in a degenerate world, strength and resilience could still thrive. Go. Degenerate. Degenerate means to decline or deteriorate physically, mentally, or morally. Convoluted. Convoluted means complex or intricate. Dormant. Dormant means not active or growing, but has the ability to do so at a later time. Verbose. Verbose means having more words than necessary. Disavow. Disavow means to deny any responsibility or support for. Zigzag. Zigzag means a line or course having abrupt alternate right and left turns. Impeccable. Impeccable means perfect with no problems or bad parts. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means a complete change of character, appearance, or condition. Laceration. Laceration means a typically large cut. Flaccid. Flaccid means soft or weak instead of firm or weak and not effective. Again, those words are degenerate, convoluted, dormant, verbose, disavow, zigzag, impeccable, metamorphosis, laceration, flaccid. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and more are coming soon. I'll put playlists and videos right here, and I'd appreciate a like on this video if you got anything out of it. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.